guys, Bill Siementail from the BBZ TV. We're going to talk about the heartbeat of your boat. I'm telling you, I have had a ton of emails and PMs and people asking and tournament guys, and Lithium has been the talk of the town, especially in the last few years. And I've had a lot of anglers ask me what I'm running, like how do I set up my BassCat for fishing, not only for fun, but for tournament fishing. And the cool thing, what you're going to see from me right now, is there's no BS. I've had LithiumPros in my boat for 8 years now with zero problems. 8 years. And they're still running stronger today than they were the first day I put them in. So that right there is, I'm not throwing stuff out there like, oh, they're supposed to. I actually have the time on the water to prove that these batteries are the most legit lithiums that I've ever used or even heard about in the industry. Guys, when I look at a bass boat, I look at it like a body. Like I want an athlete. I want somebody that can perform in the heat, in the cold, endurance, multiple days. So when you look at a boat and put it together, you got a couple things you got to think about. Years ago, I met Kevin Bennett from LithiumPros about 8 years ago, and I was doing a show with Ray Brazier and Charlie Ingram. And I mentioned to Ray, I said, the funny thing is on a bass boat, the most important thing on a bass boat is the heartbeat. He goes, what? I go, the heartbeat. The battery is the heartbeat, the heart of the boat. It supplies the blood flow. It supplies all the energy, the juice for everything you need during a boat. So when I look at a boat and I set up my cat, my batteries are my heart. I want the best heart I can put in my BassCat. So I went with LithiumPros over 8 years ago. Phenomenal cold cranking amps, reserve reserve amperage. They lightweight. Just there's so many benefits that I did 8 years ago, and they've been in the boat. They're right there. You can see them on the camera. So zero issue. But in the boat, when you look at a heartbeat, here's how I look at the boat, and here's the layout. The flow, this is going to pump blood, so you're looking at your cables, your wires. So I got a hold of Nathan from Sea Clear Power, and he has 8-gauge wires. We're going to all these new electronics with, live scan, active target, side scan, down scan. We have all this stuff out there that's drawing more and more power. So when you draw power, the bigger your arteries are, and the better your heart is, you're going to get power to them with less issue, less problem. Your blood pressure is not going to be that high. It's going to be working perfectly when you're running full tilt. That's why I have that. So once I go into my veins, then I'm going, what is it supplying? My eyesight. So with a good heart, with better veins, better blood flow, you got more juice and energy going to your Lowrance electronics. So I went to 3 Lowrance 12 lives. I needed more juice to go there, so there's no hiccups, there's no issues cranking over the motor and having them flicker. So I go to my eyes, perfect. Then you're going, what are you doing today? How am I going to get around? Do I walk or run? If I'm walking or walking fast, that's my MotorGuide Tour Pro, 36 volt. So I'm going to be on that all day long. That's my feet. So when I look at that, I got 36 volt system here with LithiumPros. I could run literally days with my system, and I've done it for 8 years. Never had an issue with my 36 volt system. Like I said, they're working as good today, 8 years later, than they were the first day. So now you're going to go back and go, okay, I need to get up and giddy. Your big cranking motor comes back to the cranking battery. I'm going to fire that Mercury up, and I'm good to go. The LithiumPro, the new one, the M3110-S, this one right here is the deal. 1,500 cold cranking amps, bada bing, okay? 110 amp hours, 260 reserve amp hours. Now that's hard for a lot of people that don't understand batteries, but what that basically says is I'm going to have the power to turn over my big motor, the Mercury, with no problem, no matter what, any motor out there. But I can run up to 5 Lowrance units, 12-inch, all at the same active target, down scan, side scan, regular sonar, mapping, run 5 of them all day long just on your 12 volt, and not have an issue where I'm drawing so much power out of this that when I need to get into the tournament or get back to the launch ramp, that I can still crank over my Mercury. So that's where it comes down to. And then for your heart, you got to fuel it. When you look at putting juice back into your batteries. That's your fuel. That's how your energy you put back into your body, right? I'm running the Power Pull Charge. The cool thing about the Power Pull Charge is while I'm fishing during the day and I'm running the big motor, it's putting energy, it's fueling my batteries while I'm running. So it's putting up to 40 amps in my 12 volt, and then it jumps over to my 36 and it charges my 36 volts up to like 10 amps while I'm fishing and running on the big motor system. So that Power Pull Charge not only charges while you're running all your batteries in your boat. If by chance you ever have an issue where your 12 volt drains to the point where you can't turn over your big motor, you get on your phone, you turn on an app, and you can literally draw voltage from your 36 volt batteries. It charges your 12 volt batteries. It takes about 2 minutes. You'll have enough juice on this to start up your big motor and take off. So you make it in on time for your tournaments, the weigh in, or you get back to the launch ramp because the lake's closing. So that is how I set up my BassCat Caracal. Guys, there's a ton of lithium batteries out on the market today. Be very cautious. They might seem like the best deal on the market, but unless you understand durability, longevity, performance, all this stuff, the better quality lithiums are the ones that are going to last longer and not have issues when you need them the most. Other batteries out there, they're not going to have 1500 cold cranking amps. They're not going to have 260 reserve amp hours. They're not going to be able to run all 5 of your units just off the 12. So, like I said, when you look at lithium batteries out there, it's your heartbeat. You don't want to go cheap on your heart. You don't want a weak heart out there. You know, something that looks good on the outside but does not perform when you put the stress and pressure to it. You want to start to look at LithiumPros. So my BassCat is my fishing machine. It's going to take me from point A to point B, and I'm never going to have issues. And if I need to run the whole time on the trolling motor, I have no issues. If I need to see all day long with my Lowrances, I have no issues. And when I need to crank over my big motor to get back, have no issues. LithiumPros.com. And like I said, they're proven for 8 years. Check them out. Like I said, if you have other questions, you can always reach out to me at bill@thebbz.com. I'm very straightforward. I'm not going to BS you. Everything's expensive these days. They're going to say, Bill, you know, LithiumPros are so expensive. And you're like, yeah, but you're going to have batteries that you have the initial expense in the front end, and they last 10 years, if not longer. So it all equals out. You know, I ran lead batteries for years. I burned through my lead batteries every 2 years. So I'm dropping $400 or $500 on top of the line lead acid batteries that kept failing me during tournaments. My live well's not working, my light's not working, I can't crank over. I had to carry battery jumpers with me all the time because I couldn't jump over my big motor because my 12 volt lead acid battery was dead already during the tournament. I was scrambling, basically undoing batteries to do jumper cables in a tournament to get it going so we would win the tournament. So I'm telling you, the day I finally jumped in and I went with the best company that I could find out there, LithiumPros, I have had 0 issues after that. So just keep that in mind when you're out there looking for a new battery for your system. The heartbeat of your system is go with the best. You will not regret it. And like I said, if you ever have an issue, they're there to help, which is huge nowadays. A lot of people like to sell you stuff, and when it goes bad, they can't get a hold of them. Kevin over there at LithiumPros, he's not like that. This guy is definitely vested, and he's the one that pretty much brought this stuff out to market. So I hope you guys enjoy this. I know it's a little lengthy. It's not fish catching, but like I said, so many people are asking me about LithiumPros, and the battery I'm using from BassCat, you know, I'm going to tell you straight up, they're the best on the market. So I'm going to swap this out real quick. I'm going to put it in the boat, but I'm going to have trouble-free fishing for years to come with my new LithiumPros, my 12-volt M3110-S. This thing is absolutely the bomb. So hope you guys enjoy this, and I'll catch you next time out on the water.